Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Medieval Dynasty and we're going to be showing you a bunch of useful things that you can get early game by stealing them. So these are going to be unguarded things scattered across the map, mostly in settlements, that you can get early game that are going to give you a decided advantage early on. And now my first bit of instruction for this is I'm going to show you these things during the day so you can see exactly where they are, but I'm not going to steal them right now because I do not recommend ever stealing this stuff during the day. It's a bad idea, you're probably going to get caught, and every time you get caught stealing something, you lose dynasty reputation. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, here's some helpful tidbits. Don't steal it during the day, make sure you crouch at night, hopefully it's after everyone goes to bed, and you might even want a quick save before you steal each item, because the item itself is not worth losing the reputation. But with that in mind, we're going to start out in the first town, the one that we're all familiar with, Gustovia here. And this is where we're going to be starting off looking for things. And there's actually a lot of good stuff right here in this town. So over at this table, you're going to be able to find some arrows, a bucket, and a wooden hammer. Super basic. None of those are real extreme. The bucket is decently useful and something that, you basically just buy. I don't think you can even craft a bucket. So that's a useful thing for carrying water and such. Arrows are always useful, especially if you have a bow. Hammer, not really that useful, especially considering I think the very first thing you get in the game by doing the tutorial is they give you a hammer. Plus, it's super easy to craft, but you can get it there. Over at this table, we have another bucket. There's some straw, which, again, in itself not too useful. We've got firewood and a stone hoe. And that in and of itself is pretty useful, the hoe there. Over here, you can find a shovel, which is going to be a valuable tool that you're going to need in the game. Here you find a bag, which is something that you're going to use to plant or spread manure on your field, so for farming you're going to want that. This hut right here, which I'm pretty sure is the headman's hut, or at least he spends a lot of time here, is another important spot, and that's because you can find a couple useful things here. You can get some food and stuff, but if you see here we have an iron knife. That's pretty good because you don't get the ability to craft those until pretty late in the game. So that's a good one to steal. Here you have a simple torch, easy to make, but it doesn't hurt to grab it. And here's a cudgel, so that's one of the melee weapons for the game. So that's something you can steal early on and get for free. If you move down towards the tavern a bit more, you get a couple more things that are worth stealing in this town. Over here you get a torch, which is the next step up from the simple torch, and it's decently worth stealing. Oh my god, scared the crap out of me. It's worth stealing because it lasts quite a bit longer than a simple torch, and you definitely don't want to go anywhere in the game without a torch. Because whenever you need to start a fire or something like that, you need to have the torch first. Then the next thing is over here, there's another bag. So if you can't get the other one because someone's watching, you can always try this one. And an iron hoe. So an iron tool, other than the iron knife that we already saw, pretty early in the game. And then there's a bunch of flax in this area. And flax is very useful for spinning, so that stuff doesn't hurt. But so that's basically all the real useful stuff in this town. Let's go on to the next one and see what else you can get for free. Alright, the next place where you're going to start to see some valuable items that you can find is over here, right across the river in Borowo. So right here, as you get into the village, you see a couple things. You got some sticks, which of course aren't valuable because you can get those anywhere. There's a stone knife in case you hadn't made one already, and another bag. So there you've got some more resources, and it's pretty easy to steal from this village because if you wait until night, everyone's in bed. So it's a little bit less active. Once you get up to the top of the hill, there's some more useful stuff. You can see there's another shovel. Here we have a water skin, which is a pretty useful thing. And of course, another bucket. This one actually is full of water. But yeah, so there's a couple more useful things right here in this little itty-bitty town. And if you go up here, there's a bunch of chickens. Which, you can't do anything with this, to the best of my knowledge, other than try to rob that bag. But again, don't get caught doing any of this. So your next place you're going to want to kind of go to is this little cluster over here that's not a town, or I guess I don't need to tell you need to go here or whatever, but it's not a town, but there's two little people out here, and it's just west, I believe, of Rolnika. Yeah, west. And this little building on the outskirts here, which is not guarded and there's normally not people around here, has some stuff in this here chest. You can get some valuable stuff in here. So, definitely a good spot to step. You get a bow, stone knife, throwing rock, wooden spears, 200 arrows, leather, linen thread, sticks. It's a good storage chest. Don't get caught stealing from it though. Then if you head into this little building here, and nobody's looking, you got an iron hose, scythe, stone axe. So then the next kind of place that's a good place to get some more stuff is this little town called Rolnika. This one's way up in the corner up here. And up here, you can get yourself a hat, which is pretty cool. Another bag, which is, again, not too bad. And finally, we're going to come to one of my favorite little towns down here in this corner, Rolnika. This one's actually got quite a bit of population in it. It's a pretty big town. This one has a decent little stash of things that you can get. So here you see another stone knife and another bucket of water. Over here we've got a bunch of St. John's wort and straw. Over here we've got another torch and some flax stalks. So that's always useful. Flax is a very good, important item in the game, so I always like knowing where to steal some. Over here we have more flax, some more straw, and some more St. John's wort, and another bucket, and another bag. And if memory serves, that's pretty much all you can get right here in this town. Oh, well, more straw, more flax, you know, that sort of stuff. It's kind of like a little agricultural village. So that's kind of all the stuff I've found in the game so far that you can go around and steal. So, obviously, the most valuable places to hit now, I didn't find anything worth taking in these villages, and I don't think I found anything in that village worth taking. But, you know, what are you going to do? Not everybody's going to leave their valuables sitting out. Oh, and I didn't find anything. Oh, maybe I already said I didn't find. Yeah, those 3 villages. Anyway, your most valuable place to go is definitely this little farmstead here. It's the only place I've found in the whole game where the chests in each building actually have stuff in them. And again, the most valuable ones are going to be this outbuilding here, which has a lot of really valuable stuff. And then this little building here, which is going to have, like I said, it's got scythes, hoes, and axes, I believe, in it. And that's definitely a really good resource because, like, let's say you want to get into farming right away and you don't want to have to deal with mining. You're going to need a scythe if you're going to grow any grain and try to make a, living off farming that. Oops. So you're going to need a scythe for that, and they're expensive to buy. You're looking at somewhere between, I think, 400 and 600 gold to buy. Now, mind you, it's not too hard to build up that money, especially if you follow my money-making guide. But it's much easier to steal it, and it has 3 of them in there, so you can steal a few of them. Plus, I think it restocks. So that's a good place to go back and get arrows, and there's bows, and all sorts of stuff. So, like I said, each one of those things I pointed out is decently worth stealing. So now you should, if you want to be a criminal and be underhanded and take what you want instead of working for it, or just to get a good boost on the game, I showed you where to get most of the stuff that you can find. I haven't yet found a free pickaxe in the game. I've not found any location where you can steal a pickaxe. So if you know where that is, why don't you go down in the comment section and let me know, because that'd obviously be a very useful bit of information to know so I can share it with everyone. Or, they'll see your comment. But in any case, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.